Okay, so what I'm going to do today, so I'm going to get both of those mini mills working, and I'm going to see what kind of wood planks I can make out of these logs. I got these logs here about a year and a half ago. They were standing dead, so they're already dry. I got an extra year and a half of them sitting around drying, so we'll see how the chainsaw performs milling these up. It did all right with that poplar I did for making that timber, and it was wet, really green. So we'll give this a go and see what comes of these logs and making lumber. If it does well, I'm just going to use whatever I make for inside the pop-up cabin there to do up the ends, the roof ends there, the gable ends on the inside to cover up the insulation. Yeah, so price of lumber nowadays is retarded, so try and utilize this and make my own. All right, got the first log set up. Just have to throw on my guide board and then change the bar and chain on my saw. All right, here we are. Buggered up a little bit right here. Right there. I'm going to figure out how to rectify that. For the most part, turned out pretty good. I think what happened there is I was putting torque putting torque on the saw on the mill, and it started to cant a bit, so I had to correct it. I'll have to maybe get the saw there and clean that up a bit. It's probably going to affect the overall the way the boards form past this point, so I'll have to keep mindful of that and see if I can rectify it as I go. Okay, the first board. I feel this is going to haunt me here. It was better than the last one. Probably improve as I get further down the piece. We'll see. I mean, so far, pretty impressed though. It's not going to be perfect, but as I get better at, more proficient at it, should get better. This will be good for what I want to do with it. All right, 2 slabs, 2 boards, and that little error I had at the beginnings looks like it's corrected itself. Barely noticed anything now. So anyway, we got two pieces here. The thickness seems to be consistent too, which is good. I was kind of wondering if maybe they'd be off a bit. They're, you know, kind of wobbly or whatever, but as long as you don't rush it, put too much torque on the mill itself and just let the chainsaw do its thing, seems to be working out really good. Well, this is where we're at so far. And I'm getting 3 boards so far out of this 10-foot log. I think I might have another board in there for sure. But the thing I noticed with these end pieces that I kind of made up. These ones right here. They get in the way of the saw. So I'll have to be mindful to keep them shorter, not so long. As you can see, I've been chipping away at that with an axe as required, because my grab bar gets in the way and I can't push the saw forward. So I'll have to keep that in mind for next time. But for now it'll do. I'm already set up with my mill on my saw, so I can't buck it off. I'm just making do right now, but for the future, that's what a guy's got to do. Anyway, I'm really impressed with the way this has worked. Like the one screw up there we had right there. Yeah. Anyway, it corrected itself as I went through the wood, so it's non-existent now. So that's good. Anyway, we'll get to her and finish off that last board, and probably call it a day. All right, so that's it. Managed to get 4 slabs out of that piece. Looking pretty good. This is all I got left here. This one. I wouldn't be able to get another slab out of that. I found this last one was actually pretty wobbly compared to the first 3. So, and that's just because the log's got less mass, right? So it just moves around a little bit easier. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Got 4 good boards. I'm not sure how much that would have been worth at the lumber yard right now. Price of lumber's through the roof, so you know, even the amount of fuel I burnt and my effort is well worth doing this, compared to going to the lumber yard and buying wood right now. I'm not sure why the price of wood's so high, but it is. So anyway, we'll make do with this. I'm having fun with it, and look forward to doing more stuff with it. Right now we'll just focus on these 3 logs and make some lumber. I'm not sure, like this log here was a really good diameter for making boards, so these other 2 are a little smaller in diameter, so we'll have to see how well that goes. It'll probably cut easier because there's less wood to cut through, less bite, but we'll see. I'm not sure about that one. That's really small, so I'm not sure how efficient I'll be with getting any wood out of it. But I mean, we'll try that other one over there, that other 10-footer, and see how that goes. Well, that was a productive day. Ended up getting that mill working. I actually used both mills. The mini mill I used to get my initial flat edge cut. I turned that round log into a log with a flat surface so I could get the bigger mill on it. And once I did that, I got the big mill set up on the saw there, and it actually went on pretty easy. I adjusted to what thickness I wanted, which is about 3/4 of an inch, I think, and got sawing. It actually started really easy. I wasn't sure how it was going to be with the start, but there's enough of a flat surface ahead of the saw that it was stable enough to get the cut started, so that was good. Only ran into the one snag with the bit of a ridge, because when I did the initial cut, I put torque on the mini mill, and it sort of canted the saw a little bit, so I had to correct for that. So there was a bit of a ridge, but I ended up smoothing it out, and by the time I got to the last piece, it was gone. The imperfection, I guess you could say. Anyway, I think that's it for today. We got the 1 log milled up, which is good. I got 2 more logs to go. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the smaller one though. It might be prove a bit difficult to mill just because it's so small. But that second log, I'll give it a go. I got a few more other logs over in the pile here, a couple 16-footers that I'll have to figure out how to get done, because my initial grizzly squirrel. That thing was loud. Holy man, I thought it was a deer running back there. It was just a squirrel. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I think that's it for today. We'll be back another day to carry on. Oh yeah, no, the 16-footers. I've got to figure out a way to get past the 10-foot, because right now I'm just rigged up for 10-foot logs. So I'll have to figure out a way to extend that another 6 feet so I can do something with 16-footers. Anyway, that's it for today. We'll talk to you later.